yes, Nathan, today we'll discuss about distance formula and section formula.
In
So distance
Nathan
formula,
formula.
do you remember the formula for distance formula? We did, I think, once. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
do you remember?
Uh-huh.
1 second. This is, I'll just write it. It's F. Yeah. So distance formula, for example, if there's a line segment, let it be AB, and the coordinates of A are x1, y1, and the coordinates of B are x2, y2. So what is the distance between A and B? How do we find? So the formula says you can
The
AB
distance from D, it's D like AB equals D square
x
root.
x2 minus x1 square
Yeah.
plus
Yeah.
y2 minus
Yes.
y1 square.
Yeah, I said yes.
Correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's take some questions.
People like me have
And
mastered the art of
yeah,
being people by slightly scooting to the left.
yeah, okay. Let's do these questions. So one I will do it for you, the other one you will do it yourself. Okay? So we have to find the distance between the points A, whose coordinates are 2, 2, 3, and B, whose coordinates are 6 and 9. So as you said, D is always equal to the same, the formula is written here. So we'll subtract the x coordinates. So here it doesn't matter if you subtract the coordinates A and B or B and A, because anyhow it will get scared and the value will come out to be positive, right? So
Mm-hmm.
basically you do 2 minus 6 or 6 minus 2, it doesn't matter, because anyhow it will get scared, right? So here
Mm-hmm.
if you do 2 minus 6 square plus 3 minus 9.
It also gets me looking like a helicopter, so that's a double plus.
Yeah. So 2 minus 6, it will be minus 4 raised to power 2, plus 3 minus 9, it will be minus 6 raised to power 2. And then it will be 4, it will be 16, and it will be 36, right? And 36 plus 6 is 42, and this will come out to be 52. So that's the distance between these 2 points. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Can you do the next one? What do you get?
Wait, okay.
What is the distance between minus 1, 4 and 3, 4? The formula says you have to subtract the x coordinates, square it, add the difference of the y coordinates, and square it that too. And what the answer comes? Take the square root of that. So distance formula says square root of x2 minus x1
4
square
units.
plus y2 minus
4
y1
units.
square.
It's
What is your
4
answer?
units. It's 4 units.
4 units, right? Let me do it. So it is minus 1 minus 3, which is minus 4. That's becomes 16, right? And 4 minus 4, as you said, yeah, 0. So yeah, that's correct, 4 units. What about the next one?
Next one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
give me a moment, please.
Yeah. Take your time. I just take it little this side. Yes, I sure that I have space. Mm-hmm. Understanding the things, right? So nothing much challenging. It's just like we should remember the distance formula, and then we just have to plug in the values of the coordinates given, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you just subtract them. So 0 minus 5 raised to power 2 plus 0 minus 12 raised to power 2, right? and that will gonna come 5 square plus 12 square, 25, 144, 169, 13, isn't it? Do you get the
Mm-hmm.
did you also get the same answer, 13?
Wait.
I got
Yeah, I
13.
got 430.
Okay,
I got
super,
13.
super buddy. So I have
So
another
you know what
question.
that means? 30 whole ways of me existing.
Can you try this? If the distance
I
between
can.
these two coordinates is 10, these 2 points, k3 and phi 9 is 10, find the value of k. These type of questions will also gonna come where they will give you the distance and will ask you to find the unknown coordinate. Give a try, then we both will do it together. Yeah, give a try.
Wait. Sorry. I'm just give me a moment.
Yeah, take your time. No doubts, right? That these type of questions has to be the method is same, buddy. Just plug in the values. So as we already know, the formula is x2 minus x1 square and y2 minus y1 square. The distance is given in this case, right? 10. What is not being given is one of the coordinate, but we'll do it accordingly. So k minus 5 raised to power 2 plus 3 minus 9, right? 3 minus 9 raised to
Mm-hmm.
power 2. You can scale it both the sides so that uh, get rid of the square root, so that become 100. And now you just have k minus 5 raised to power 2 plus 3 minus 9 is minus 6, 6k is 36. Now I think it result in a quadratic. So take 36 to the other side or bring 100 only to the side. So this become k minus 5 raised to power 2 plus 36 minus 100 equal to 0. So k minus 5 raised to power 2, you can use the identity a minus b raised a minus b raised to power 2 is a square plus b square plus 2ab, but yeah, it's a minus, so minus 2ab. So same over here, I will gonna use your a is k and b is 5. So k square plus 5 square minus 10k and 100 minus 36 is 64 equal to 0. Now you can combine this 5 square, which is 25 and 64, and this become k square minus 10k minus 64 plus 25 equal to 0, right? Yeah, let me take it a little up, or this side is fine. Yeah, so this will gonna become what? 64 minus 25, how much? So 14 minus 5 is 9 and 5 minus 2 is 3. So this become k square minus 10k minus 39 equal to 0. Yeah, so you have to either you can do by splitting the middle term or you can do it by quadratic formula, your call. I think this will work out, splitting the middle term. So minus 13k plus 3k minus 39 equal to 0, right? Because minus 10k can be written as minus 13k plus 3k, because if you solve it, you get minus 10k only. And if you multiply these two, you get minus 39. That's what the things what we need to remember while doing splitting the middle term, right? Now you can take out the common from the first two. So k is common. So k minus 13, and from the next one you can take 3 common, k minus 13 equal to 0. So you get k plus 3 and k minus 13 equal to 0, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
either k plus 3 equal to 0 or k minus 13 equal to 0. So from here you get k equal to minus 3, and from here you get k equal to 13. This will be correct. Why? Because Or no, this is not a distance, right? It's just a coordinate, so both can be right. If this would have been a distance, we would have gone with a positive value. But because it's just a coordinate can be negative, positive. So either -3 or 13. Both can be the x coordinates. Does that make sense, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
You can have a check how we have done. I just let me scroll down a little. This is how we have done. Yeah, started from here. Yeah, you can have a check. So basically what we did, we just had plug in the values into the distance formula. In this case, we had been given with the distance. So we just equate it, we put the coordinates and we scaled it both the sides so that we can get rid of the square root. And then, yeah, then it resulted in a quadratic equation and we tried solving it with the splitting the middle term. And we got the values of k as 13 and -3. Both can be the x coordinates of the first point. Does that make sense, Nathan?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give a try for the second one, buddy?
I'll
I'll
try.
repaste the question again. Yeah, this is what it is. So here, instead of k, there's an unknown coordinate y here, and same thing, they have given us the distance. So you have to find y. In this case, we find out the value of k. I think again, maybe we get two values of y. We'll see. Give a try. Then we both will do it together. But we are good with the concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
The same like previous question. If we try, it's just like d, we know already that it is square root of x2 minus x1 square. Always write the formula first. That's a good habit because we get marks for the steps as well in maths. If you have done all the steps, you'll get marks as per the steps. That's the beauty of maths. So here d is given as 13. So you can do square both the sides so that you can get rid of the square root. So x2 minus x1 means 2 minus 6 square and then plus y minus of -3 square. So that is 169 and this 2 minus 6 is -4 basically, and that becomes 16. And here y plus 3 square. Yeah. And now same thing, you can bring 169 to the other side. So y plus 3 square equal to 16 minus, sorry, you can just bring it to this side now. So yeah. So y plus 3 plus 16 minus 169 equal to 0. Now this will again we use the identity a plus b square, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So 9 plus 6y, and you minus that, so 9 minus 6 is 3, 5, 153, and that will be minus 153 equal to 0. And this you can combine the 9 as well, so y square plus 6y and minus 153 plus 9. Basically you're subtracting it. Yeah.
Yes, yes, you are.
So you may get minus 144 equal to 0. Now how will you go next? Because, oh yeah, we can, because there's plus, right? Plus 6y and this is minus 144. Oh, can you do by splitting the middle term? I'm just thinking. You can go with the quadratic formula, but yeah, if you can do it by splitting the middle term, it will be good. How can the two numbers, which 144 is 12 times 12, so 16 you will not get. Or Because if you add, you should get 6, right?
No, I would get 6, not 6.
So we can do if we don't get by that, okay, 144 is basically 12 times 12 or 2 times 72, 3, it will go with 3 as well. So 3 times 4 is 12 and 24, 8. But that also will not be good. So 4 times also it will go, right? 4 times 36 you can do. That also will not give you 6. 5 will not go with 6. It not go with 7. No. 8. No. I think you can give a try with the quadratic formula. Yeah. And with the quadratic formula, we know, right? The quadratic formula is y equal to minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Yeah. That's a quadratic formula we can use, and we can get the values of both. We get two values of y, and same like how we did the previous question. Does that make sense, buddy? All good, right? Because by splitting the middle term, we were not able to find those two numbers which add up to 6 and when multiply to get minus 144. So in that way, I think quadratic formula will gonna help us. Okay. Does that make sense, buddy? So we covered up the distance formula, where we find out the distance between two known coordinates, and we also had done few questions where the distance is given, but one of the coordinate is not given, right? So that's all about distance formula. Let's do the section formula. This question, you can do it yourself, nothing but you just have to plug in the values, and we already had done quadratic equations, right? So solving them with the quadratic formula, so we should be good with it.
Objection.
So section formula.
Listen, I'm a Nathan, so
So do you
obviously.
remember section formula, Nathan, how we did last time? So
Mm,
if again here, if you take a one straight line AB and let be one point C here. So the questions will be like, the C point is dividing this line into m is to n ratio. Let the coordinates of x be x1, y1, and let the coordinates of b be x2, y2. You have to find the coordinates of this point C. Let these coordinates be x, y. So how to find this x and y? The section formula says that you can find out the value of x as m times x2 plus n times x1 divided by m plus n. Sorry, I want to write here m plus, right? And here y will be equal to my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. Makes sense, right?
mm-hmm.
So how you can remember is that the one, if the ratio is on the left hand side, you have to take the coordinate of the right hand side. Okay. So this coordinate has to be multiplied on the other side's coordinate. Means this ratio has to be multiplied on the other sides of the coordinates. See, m times x2. I'm not doing m times x1. And similarly, this n has to be multiplied with the other side's coordinates. So that's why I'm writing here nx1, not nx2. It shouldn't be multiplied with the same side coordinates. Makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear?
Mm-hmm.
No doubts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's how we do, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
super.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let's take one question. I have it handy. So I'll do it one question for you. Same like how we did distance formula questions, right? So this is also similar, nothing as such. We just have to remember the formulas, how we remember it for the distance formula when we did. I told if we remember the distance formula, we can find out the distance between any 2 points. Same is over here. If we remember the formula of how to find the coordinates which divides the line, yeah, it should be good then. Let me take a let me make a line here again. So A and B are the coordinates, are the 2 points whose coordinates are 2, 4 and 8, 10. I'm doing the first one, Nathan. Find the coordinate
Mhm.
point that divides this. So let the point be C, and it's dividing in 1:1 ratio, right? That's what they have written, the ratio 1:1. The same like we'll do. I told you the formula of, let these coordinates be x, y. So x will be equal to, let me take it little up here, and so x will be equal to, as we know the formula, m times, this is our m, this is our n. So m times x2 plus n times x1 divided by m plus n. So that means 1 times 8 plus n times 4. So 1 times 4, not 4, 2, because we have to take the x coordinate, divide by 1 plus 1. Similarly, y coordinate will be equal to 1 times 10 plus 1 times 4, divided by 1 plus 1. So here you get 1 times 8 is 8, 1 times 2 is 2, so 8 plus 2 upon 2, and that will give you 10 upon 2, which is given you, which will give you the point as 5. Same here. So 1 into 10 is 10, 1 into 4 is 4, divided by 2, so that is 14 upon 2, and that will give you 7. So what are the coordinates of this point? 5, 7. Can you write this down, Nathan, in your notebook? So how we solve this question is, we remember the section formula, which is mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n, and the other one is my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n, and we just plug in the values. M and n here in this case is basically 1 and 1, so we just plug in the values and we get the coordinates of the point C, which divides a line segment AB in the ratio 1:1. Basically, this point C is the midpoint of A and B, because the ratio is 1:1, right? That means AC is equal to CB, because C is the midpoint here. In midpoint, we just add the coordinates, buddy, x coordinates, and divide by 2. So if you do 2 plus 8, 10, 10 divided by 2 is 5. The same thing we got. So when the ratio is 1:1, the formula, section formula, becomes a midpoint formula, right? Okay, let's do one more. We'll do with one when any one coordinate is not given. Yeah. Or yeah, I think this question will be good. Let's see. The rest of the questions we can do it later, or you can try doing it at home as a homework. Okay.
There's something on your ceiling. There's something behind
So
you. There's something behind you, actually.
this one. So
No,
this
like your background's like not like apparent to me. Like there's something behind you.
yeah. So can I do this one, Nathan? These points
There's
are
something
1
behind
minus
you.
2, and the B is 7, 4, and there's a point C which dividing this in 4 is to 3.
To the midpoint.
So midpoint formula is only when, Nathan, when it is 1:1. So but here the ratio is not 1:1. That's the reason I took a ratio which is other than 1:1. So let these points be x, y again, the same way how we did the previous question. Only difference will be it won't be 1:1, no. So it's 4:3. So let's see. So I'm just taking it up again, writing down the formula. So formula x will always be equal to m. This is your m, this is your n. So this is your x1, y1, This is x2, y2.
Coordinates of the point that divided are 31 over 7 and
So
10 over 7.
mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n, and the y coordinate will be my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. Now m we have been given with 4, so 4 times 7 and 3 times 1, right? 4 times 7, 3 times 1, and divide by 4 plus 3, which is 7. And same here, y will be equal to 4 times 4. As I told, right, this side ratio has to be multiplied with the other side's coordinate. So 4 times 4 and 3 times minus 2 divided by 7. All good so far? And that will be equal to 4 times 7 is 28 plus 3 divided by 7, and here it will be y equal to 4 times 4 is 16, and 3 times minus 2 is minus 6, so 16 minus 6 upon 7. So here you get 31 upon 7 excess, 31 upon 7, and the y will be 10 upon 7. So the coordinates of that point are 31 upon 7 and 10 upon 7. So 31 upon 7, 10 upon 7.